What's up, everybody? This is Nalter Deeds. Welcome back. This is a video that I've wanted to make since the Mr. Beast shout out. I'm so glad that we could finally make it happen. As you guys know, I got a shout out from Mr. Beast in his YouTube Rewind 2020 video, and there were two other people or two other channels that got shout outs from Mr. Beast at the end. One, Soyan Osman. Two, Amelia and Bridie, and then myself was the third. And I actually reached out to them because I said it would be pretty cool if we could do a Zoom video or a Zoom call where we all got on talking about our experience since the shout out, what our channels are about, and so on. So we made it happen. It definitely was interesting finding the right time to get all three of us on because I'm in the United States, Soyan is in Germany, and Amelia and Bridie are in Australia. So that's three different time zones that are all just completely different from one another. So we recorded this at like 1:30 in the morning for me, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. for Soyan, and then like 5:30 p.m. for Amelia and Bridie. So if I seem a little bit tired or dry or not excited in mine, I promise you I'm not. It's just that I was very tired. We got done a little bit after 3 a.m. my time, but it was well worth it. We're very excited to bring you these videos, and I think you're really going to enjoy them. What we did is we all chopped up our own version where the other two channels were asking us questions so that you guys could get to know us a little bit better. And then what we are going to do is link to each other's videos in the description so you guys can go and check out the other two's perspectives and the questions that we asked them. So every video is going to be a little bit different. I think they will all be unique in their own way, and it'll be kind of cool to see how the three of us all did our own editing. So I'm going to stop talking. I just wanted to kind of give an intro as to what this is, and hope you guys enjoy the video.
Oh.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
How you doing? Fancy running into you guys here on the Zoom. I know.
Great.
So obviously we're doing a video. I'm Nalter Deeds.
My name is Soyan.
And we're Amelia and Bridie.
But we made it happen across 3 time zones. I'm in the United States and Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 a.m. there, isn't it?
Yeah, almost 2 a.m. actually.
Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh, you poor thing.
No, it's not, like I said, I'd probably be up right now anyway, so it works out. It works out well.
And what time is it in Germany?
It's currently, I think, it's 8:54, so around 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay, a.m. Nice. Okay. No wonder you have nice lighting.
I figured I might need to do that because when we started, it was dark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what time is it here, Amelia? It's 5:55 p.m. 5:55 p.m. Yeah, the sun is like currently going down, so it's gonna get dark on me.
That's funny. So we obviously had to finagle around trying to get everybody on at the same time, but everybody's here. And in case people didn't realize this, we are all the three channels, but 4 people that were given the once in a lifetime opportunity from Mr. Beast and got the shout out in his YouTube Rewind 2020 video. And so we all
honestly so grateful. Like I could not believe like this happened. It was absolutely crazy. And we decided to all get together. I know Nate, you contacted us on our channel asking us to do a collab, and Amelia and I were like, yes, of course.
Yep.
We're like, we have to get Soyan on as well.
Yep. No, I'm glad that we were able to connect. And then, I mean, it is crazy how big the world can be, but also just the fact that, you know, a week ago, we never would have talked in a million years ever at any point in our lifetime in all odds, but yet here we are.
Yeah. Crazy. And it would be cool to get to know you guys, like your personalities too. Okay, so Nate.
How's it going?
Lucky last. Sorry.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Where did you get the name Nalter Deeds from?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've been meaning to make a video on this, but we can do it here.
You don't have to answer if you want to do a video.
No, this is the best. This is a good time to do it. So
cool.
Nalter Deeds is actually a combination of 3 names that I had from a group of friends at church growing up. There was 3 different friend groups. One called me Nate, which is of course my real name. one called me Deeds because they knew somebody else whose name was Nate Deeds or Nate Diedrich. And they're just like, we're also going to call this kid Deeds. It's the stupidest thing ever, but they're like, I'm technically named after somebody else. And,
Oh my gosh.
and then a third one, which I don't know if I have no idea how popular this movie is outside of the US, but there's a movie called Secondhand Lions with Haley Joel Osment. That's pretty old. But everybody, his name is Walter in that movie. And everybody when I was younger was like, you look like Walter. So I was up at camp with all these 3 different groups of friends. And like the people that we met there were like, why do you have 3 names? Like, it was like the law. And so somebody was like, Nalter Deeds. And like, so from that point on, that was just like, we're going to combine you into one name. So then it's not confusing. And then that actually became my Xbox gamer tag. So like, that's like, you know, when I log on, and like, that's when I started making YouTube videos 10 years ago with that name. And so that it's been my name since. And I took a long break from posting, but recently got started up again in October or September, but
on YouTube.
Wow.
yeah, on YouTube. So you know, every name like that has a weird story behind it, but I've got to say it's probably got to be one of the more unique.
Yeah, I mean, I did not expect you to say that. What the heck?
Mhm.
No. Because
Great.
I think like the NA part was something to do with Nate.
Yep.
But the rest of it I was like, okay.
Well, it's so random because it has 3 different areas that it came from. Like none of them are related other than the fact that it all came together when people were just confused as to what to call me.
Yeah. Wow.
We've covered this in the other videos as well, so I guess it's just fair to ask you that as well. How did you experience this entire thing happening? So how did you learn about this? How did the day go and the following days? Just walk us through.
It's funny because the day was pretty much exactly what you said. As far as like, it's New Year's Day. I'm sure we were all up. I mean, maybe not everybody, but I'm sure most people were up late the night before to some capacity. So pretty lazy day. I was actually right here. This is my desk, and it's where I work from. It's where I have my gaming set up, and so I spend a lot of time right here. And I was just, you know, relaxing and maybe playing something, and I get a text from my niece. And I see her a couple times a year, but it's not somebody that I'm in active communication with all the time. So it was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And it's all caps, and it's like, you got a shout out from Mr. Beast. And I do know who he is. I like Soyan. I'm not somebody that is like his #1 subscriber. I think his content is crazy. And I'm like, how does he do that? And so I was like, what? And I'm like, I like, truthfully, like, all of us can say this, like, we had no idea, like, until somebody told us, or we saw it on our channel itself, like, that this was happening. Like, people have asked me a couple times, like, well, did, like, you know, it was going to get posted? And I'm like, no, I found out at the same time as everybody else. And my niece texted me, and I was like, what? Like, I'm like, so I went to my YouTube channel, and I was at 1,400 subscribers, which, like, I'm going to say 99% of them are from like my first stint of YouTube in like 2010, 2011, because that's when I was really posting consistently. So like, for all intents and purposes, like, active subscribers, I was probably at like under 30.
Wow.
So that was the crazy part. And when I went to go check, I went to my channel first, and I hit refresh. I was at 5,000. And then I was like, what? And I hit refresh again, and it was at 5,500. I hit refresh again, and it was at 5,900. And I was like, well, this is going to be an interesting day. Because I mean, I don't think you can fully know it until this has happened to you. But like, I did in some ways understand, like, I knew how large of a channel he had. So I was like, well, this is about to be, like I said, just be a crazy day. So that's how it happened to me. My first person I told was actually, so I have a group of, I just got married in June, actually.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So funny enough, my wife wasn't home, and she was out shopping with her friend, like out getting something done. I don't remember exactly. So but I have a group of friends that all know Mr. Beast extremely well. So maybe it wasn't the best. Like, I probably should have called my wife first, but I did tell them because I was like, I need to FaceTime somebody ASAP that knows actually what's going on. So I called them, and of course they were freaking out, and they were like, "We're coming over. Like, you need to film this right now." So
Yes, that's what I
saw that.
saw.
And he brought Macca's over.
Sorry, what was that?
I saw that video, and he brought Macca's over.
Yeah. They're like, we love it, but they're like, yeah, we brought you some McDonald's Coke. You need this right now.
Love that.
Super funny. And then of course I did call my wife next, but she didn't pick up. And so I was like, this is not the time. So I called my mom and told her, and she was, I'm sure similar to you, she was like, oh, that's so cool. And I was like, I don't think you understand what's happening, but so then after that I got a hold of my wife, and she was very excited.
That's awesome. It's funny how we all contacted our moms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to ask, like, I guess none of us were getting any sleep that day, probably.
No.
Nope.
Because that day for me, I was up until 2 a.m. Like, I have the benefit of not having kids at the moment. So I was like, and it's the weekend, and I was going back to work on Monday, and I was like, I will sleep later. I need to take advantage of the hours I have now. So it was a lot of game planning, and like I said earlier, soul searching of like, well, what's our next move? And what can we do here? So that was, and then, I mean, when I was finally trying to go to bed, I was like, I just felt like this pressure of like, I need to lay down. I needed to just like not be on my phone, because I had been responding to comments for like 2 hours straight. And like, I'm like, I just need, like, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight if I don't like put this aside and try and like relax. So
yeah, like honestly, I got to the point where I had to leave my phone like not with me. It would have to be locked in a room because it would just like be blowing up constantly. I could not be present.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I just really couldn't close my eyes, because every time you're just trying to get away from that, it felt like you cannot get away, because it might just it might just disappear again.
I know.
Yep.
So I was always like inclined to run back to my computer or back to my phone to just go and, okay, it's still all there. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
That was my thought process, is like, obviously I'm not gonna be able to respond to every single comment. I certainly tried. But like, if I can at least just like try and say hi, or at least like every comment, and just like, I want to get that first like positive touch point out there, so that people are like, I can stick around.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, this guy's nice. So Nate, I would like to ask you a question. So I know it's a lot of hard work to have a YouTube channel, especially when your subscriber count is like staying still, nothing's happening. I just want to know, like, what motivates you to like work hard, and like, why do you do what you do?
It's a really good question. I would say, I mean, for me, YouTube, before the followers and before any of this, like, for me, was a creative outlet. And just, it's something that I've found as time has gone on, just having some sort of creative aspect in my life is what brings the balance that I need in order to feel like I'm being fulfilled. And so that's, I don't post, and obviously it's tough to think this way once you actually have a following, but like, I was never posting or doing anything to accumulate that following. It was, I wanted to just basically do the things that I love and share it with people that have those same interests. And it just so happens that the things that I like are popular with other people right now. And so I think it's just a matter of like the right time, right place. And now with this following, I mean, I've said it a couple of times on my channel, like, I don't really plan on like anything that I make on YouTube right now. I would love to put it back into the channel in the form of either, better content, or, replicating some sort of giveaways, or helping other channels, along the way. And so I think that's going to be a big piece for me. And so like, I think we're all probably fortunate with where we're at in life. And this is just an additional blessing on top of whatever else is going on. And so how can we spread that out to go further is where I'm coming at with this. And
That's
I
awesome.
think that, you know, YouTube is the best I mean, obviously Mr. Beast just did it with us. Like, we can continue to do that, because we wouldn't be here if we're all being honest. You know, maybe we could have got there and after years of work, maybe, but there's tons of people that put in the work for years and do the same stuff we were doing, and just, you know, they never have a huge following. So how do we make that go farther, and how do we help others? And I think ultimately, and I think it's the same, to break it down, like, that's what Mr. Beast is doing. Like, obviously he's making a ton of money, but he's giving it all away, either to his friends or to random people. And I'm not saying that every channel needs to be structured that way, but obviously people are looking for that type of content. And I think he probably finds the fulfillment in it, that he's helping others and not just benefiting himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw a tweet of his because I was trying to contact him to thank him, because obviously he's a hard man to contact.
Yeah.
And I saw one of his tweets, and it was saying something like as long as I'm on this earth and have this YouTube channel, I want to like give back and give to people however I possibly can. So that's what I'm just going to do. And I was just like to have like 50 million subscribers and still have that mindset, like that's kind of like really inspiring, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is.
I
For
think
sure. And the other thing too, that, I mean, for me, like what I was saying, like, I have this group of friends that I hold very closely. I mean, a lot of them were my roommates for 4 years plus after college and whatnot. And like, the fact that, you know, Mr. Beast and David Dobrik and these other, you know, high profile creators, like, the videos that they make are with their best friends in the world, and like, they hired their brothers, and they're, you know, like, in an ideal world, I think we'd all like to replicate that, as far as like, you know, I said, like, if one of us went, like, as far as like my friends and I, if somebody blows up, like, we're bringing everybody with. And so it's kind of like, how can we get everybody on board in some way, shape, or form? And it, you know, it might take some time, but I think it'd be really cool to, like, again, be able to do exactly what you want, but then bring your friends and your family, or whoever that group is for you, along with the journey.
Yeah. Your support system.
Totally agree. Absolutely.
Cool. The four of us talked, and obviously we all came together by the nature of generosity and shout outs from Mr. Beast. And so we all wanted to take this time to pass along the Mr. Beast love and shout out a small channel that we either knew or have found in the last week. And I believe Bridie is going to go first.
Cool. Okay, so I really love this idea of supporting other channels, and I'm so excited to give a shout out. And I hope you guys subscribe, because that would mean the world to this person.
Yeah, you guys better subscribe. Whoever's watching, subscribe to these channels.
Let's share the love.
Yeah.
Okay, so her name is Grace Avery. I found her. She posts so consistently, and she's this girl that I think she's American. Don't butcher me if she's Canadian or something, but she sounds American. And she just seems to have such a genuine, lovely personality, and I just wanted to pass that on to her. She now has 250 subscribers, so make that go up a little bit for her. She'll be shocked.
Yeah, same with me. So I'm going to shout out a channel as well, and I love the idea of just spreading this fortunate thing that happened to all of us, and just giving, you know, passing it on to other people. And I'm sure I'm going to continue that with other videos as well. But there's a channel that I want to shout out, and it's actually on Twitch. It's Cube Cannibal, and he is uploading, like, he's streaming a lot as well. And like, I've been following his channel for a while, and so yeah, I guess it just makes sense to just shout him out. I think he's sitting at 52 followers, or it's 268. I'm not sure. I'm not that familiar with Twitch right now, but it's either one of them. So if you guys are into gaming, then you need to check him out for sure.
And I've got mine. So I was actually streaming live yesterday or 2 days ago. I've lost complete track of time this week. And I was streaming on YouTube, playing some Minecraft, which is not something I normally do, but I've done in the past. And there was a bunch of people in there hanging out. It was probably 100 or 150. And I don't know why this guy stood out, but I was like, I'm going to check this guy's channel out. I think he said something nice, and his name is Backyard MTB, and it stands for mountain biking. And he has 240 subscribers. And I went to his channel, and it's just two kids. Their tagline is Backyard MTB, 2 dudes, 2 bikes, 20 trails. And it's in their backyard. They have this really cool setup of trails that they can, they make jumps. And I don't know the mountain biking scene at all, but they post consistently. It's high quality content. And I think he definitely deserves that shout out. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
From 239 is what I see now, actually. So let's get that number higher, just like Bridie said.
Yeah, so I mean, we've also seen that Mr. Beast has just surpassed 50 million subscribers. So huge congratulations to that. It's just amazing to see that a creator that is doing so much good on this platform and using his platform to do so much good. I mean, I've seen a video of Team Trees today, and now actually surpassing this milestone as well. And I'm sure it's just going to continue, and I can't wait to see where you're going next.
Yeah, everything that Soyan just said, I agree with. I think Mr. Beast is doing amazing things on this platform, and so it's very deserving to have 50 million followers, and I hope that continues to grow, because the more that grows, the more good that's going to be done on the platform, but also in the world as a whole. So I'm excited to see what else is going to come from that. Congratulations, Mr. Beast, on 50 million.
Congratulations, Mr. Beast, on the 50 million. It is so well deserved. Even though I've just found your YouTube channel, I'm so shocked by like how humble you are and how you just want to like be that person that does good for in the world. And I really feel inspired that you're using your YouTube channel to do that. And just a big congratulations, because you really, really deserve it.
Yes.
Sorry.
So such a big accomplishment in your life to like get up to 50 million subscribers. Like, congratulations, you've worked hard, and you've obviously started at a lower point and you've worked your way up, and that's such a big deal. And we just want to say congratulations and thank you for supporting us as well.
Congrats, Mr. Beast.
Congrats.
All right. Well, I can take us home and just say thank you, everybody, for jumping on the call at all hours of the day across the world. And I hope that we'll all connect soon. Maybe we'll do a year from now video to see where the video's gone in 365 days. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be really, really cool.
And maybe even in 10 years, we meet up in one country.
That would be cool.
If that's possible again, of course. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you, if I ever make it to Germany or Australia, I'm definitely gonna message you guys. So
cool. Sounds great.
Same.
Well, awesome. I guess I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I feel so sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm relatively awake. Maybe I'll just go start my day.
All right, we'll see you later.
Yep.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Later.
See ya.
Soon.